Hey everybody, it's Lee again, one of your 3 official bloggers for the Imani Chamber Music Festival, shooting from fellow blogger Rebecca's dorm room. It's been really busy. I know it's been a few days since you've heard from us on this YouTube page, but we're on the end of day 3 now. It's been so much fun, amazing. I'm here to give you the full scoop, so here we go. We started with Thursday, and that was our very first day. We got our very first coachings, and they were so much fun. Mine was with Toyin, the oboe player. She was absolutely fantastic. I loved her. She was goofy, she was fun, she was singing a little, she had us dancing to get out of ourselves and a little bit out of the awkwardness of getting in our groups at first. We had a great first read. It was a lot of fun. Then we rehearsed on our own, got some stuff done, getting to know each other, playing together more. And then we ended up having a workshop as a whole camp, like everyone together in the program, with Edna, who actually has a blog. It's called Ask Edna. It's on Musical America. You can go search for that. It's free. And she's a publicist, and she's actually one of the founding members of IMG Management. And so it was a great opportunity for us to ask questions, get to know her, and she gave us advice on how to get noticed, what we should do to be successful in the music industry. You know, her whole life story, really beneficial, really good time. And then afterwards we had the night to go out in the city and kind of relax. Some people were rehearsing more, some people went out. I did a little bit of both. We went to Columbus Circle, and that was really interesting to go to all the shops, and there's a Whole Foods in the basement with so much food. So yeah, it was a really good time. Then on Friday, we had a similar schedule where we had our coaching, so we had our second coaching. Mine was actually with Valerie, the flute player. She was also really nice, really fun, great feedback. She had really good things to say. We learned a lot. We rehearsed again right after to kind of make sure everything was sticking. You know, I'm starting to love my group more and more, as I'm sure everybody else is, because everyone's so talented. We also were split up into studio classes during the day. We had a whole section for it. Everybody, oboes were with oboes, flutes with flutes, clarinets with clarinets, bassoons with bassoons, horns with horns. And so me and Rebecca were in the clarinet one, obviously, and we actually played during this session. We played a duet together, and we got coached a little by Miriam. She helped us with a bunch of stuff, like from technique to basics, and it was really great. It was really educational, really beneficial. We had another workshop, and it was actually with the Imani Wins publicist. His name is Stuart, and he gave us advice on how to get noticed and what we should do to kind of go above and beyond the general steps and what we can do to become successful. It was also really helpful. He was also really cool. He actually helped us set up this YouTube page, so thank you. Then after that, we had the night free again, where we got to rehearse, go out. We found a really good hummus bar, actually, so trying something new here in New York City. It was delicious and affordable, and it was a blast. Another really interesting thing we did that day that I haven't done at any other festival was actually a mandatory musicians yoga. Now, I went into this very skeptical. I really didn't want to go. I was really scared of looking dumb, but it was really beneficial. I was super calm afterwards. The tension was completely gone, and a lot of other people felt the same way. It was something we had never tried before, but we definitely want to keep doing in the future. Today, Saturday, actually did a whole lot. It was a completely different schedule. We actually had a master class in the morning that everyone attended, where groups, ensembles that were made here performed what they've had so far, and they sounded amazing. We heard the Poulenc Sextet, which was really cool, really fun to listen to. We heard contemporary pieces. We heard some more classical style pieces. They were absolutely phenomenal. They were great. Our fellow blogger Anne was actually in the Poulenc. She did a fabulous job, so kudos to Anne. Then after that, half of us went to an oboe master class. The other half went to the general music master classes, where more ensembles played. We actually traveled to the Yamaha store in New York. It was across town. We had a beautiful walk past Central Park. We went in, we saw the studio. We could go upstairs to the 11th floor and try out instruments. We could talk to the repairman there. Our other fellow blogger, Rebecca, was actually in the general music masterclass today. She played with a flute and guitar. It was a trio with a piece from Debussy. It was really, really interesting. It was really cool, something completely different from the usual quintet, sextet that we've been hearing. Really refreshing. They did a great job. It was really good to hear. We got to walk back. Then we had our Rising Stars concert, which was people here actually performing things together. And we got to listen to all of that. The Langley Winds played. People from the same universities played. It was great to hear what they work on outside of this, like in duets and trios, sextets. It was amazing. It was so many talented people. And then we got to go out to dinner. And now we're just relaxing. We're probably going to practice on our own a little bit, go to bed, make sure we're rested for tomorrow where we have even more rehearsing to do. But it's so much fun, it doesn't even feel like work. So make sure that you keep it here. And we're going to give you even more updates in the next couple of days on YouTube. Keep following us on Twitter. We really want Twitter to be a really good source for all of you watching to get questions answered from people that are in this festival. So you have 3 of us to go off of, 3 completely separate opinions. We'll give you all the honest answers. You can follow me and ask me at Lee T. Seidner, or you can ask Rebecca at Hokey Rebecca, or you can ask Ann at NC_clarinet12. Just mention us in a tweet. We'll answer it within the same day, probably within the same hour. We are on it so much. It's crazy. We also, if you want some pictures to look at, Anne and her husband have taken some very fantastic, crystal clear pictures. They're really great. And you can just get them at this link. It's going to be right over there. So if you get that, you'll be able to see tons of pictures. Tweet us, follow, everything, answer all your questions, get some pictures, keep it here. We'll have a new video up in a couple of days.